I've been progressively putting on weight, just very slowly, very subtly, from the point in which I stopped breastfeeding. My daughter's now 6, right? And in a way, it just creeps onto you so subtly, and you keep thinking, oh, I will get onto it, and you never really get round to it. My life, now looking back on it, was absolutely manic. We were just coming out of lockdown 3. I'd been working full-time, my partner had been working full-time, we were juggling homeschooling. My dad was also really ill, and I was his support bubble. My partner also had his second mental breakdown. And then my dad passed away whilst my partner was having a mental breakdown. And with all of that, I was struggling to find time even just to exist myself, let alone invest time in diet and nutrition and just ordering the shopping on time to be able to have a decent, well thought out meal at a decent time, and put time and energy into exercise. God, the thought of it just tired me out just thinking about it, let alone doing it. And I wasn't feeling particularly happy within myself. And at the time, I felt it was probably more to do with how I felt about myself and my figure and my shape and my health and my fitness and things like that. So I decided that it was clear I wanted to do something about it. I just didn't know how. I tried just various different fad diets and going to the gym, and that clearly wasn't working. It certainly wasn't sustainable or keeping my interest. So it was very clear I needed something different. And I didn't really know what. You hear about coaches, but I'd never experienced what a coach actually does. And so my concept of a coach that was focusing on health was kind of like more than a PT, but still focusing more on the diet and nutrition and fitness. And I hadn't even considered all of the other bits that come with like emotional and mental well-being that can be part of that. Having found Ashley and what he was then able to offer, I've subsequently found it was a whole lot more. If I knew then what I know now, all of my thoughts and questions and uncertainties at the time would have just not existed. I could see, actually, as he was talking, this is what I had unknowingly been looking for. But there was also something that just was telling me, this is your time, Maria, you need to do this. And for that moment, I listened to it. And thank God that I did, because had I have not, I'm fairly certain I would have been living exactly the same life that I was, probably even more frantic than it was, because getting into this like habitual cycle. And now my life is just so much more different in a much more healthier and happier way on all levels. So, yeah, I mean, it was just the best decision I've ever made in a long time. Almost instantaneously from the first session, massive benefit from week 1 all the way through. Every single week there was just another leap. It was small changes, sustainable changes I could make, but it took somebody with the knowledge of how to identify what my issues were very quickly, which of course is Ashley's talents, to provide the right insights that were tailored to my needs, and then help me explore that for myself. So a lot of it was me doing the work, but it was like I had a little handhold all the way through every day. to give me the confidence to take the steps that I needed that sometimes were a bit scary and a bit nerve-wracking, but it's been such a rewarding process that will stay with me now for the rest of my life. It's not something that just happens for 3 months. The work is for 3 months, but it then stays with you thereafter. The weight loss has happened. On the 3-month program, I lost 11 kilos, but I've subsequently lost more. I'm now at 19 kilos. Still looking to do a bit more than that as well, which then gives me much more energy. I feel a lot lighter. I've had comments that, I'm not so heavy-footed. I'm laughing more. I'm just enjoying and laughing more and finding humour in life again. Being much more aware of myself, but also my environment, and how that influences my behaviours or my thoughts or my actions. I've also thought that I was able to stand up for myself, but I was probably not standing up for myself in the most constructive of ways. And I've now learnt some really constructive ways to support and defend myself when I feel that behaviour is unreasonable towards me. And that has been massive, because to learn to stand up for yourself with kindness to yourself and to others is quite a hard skill. I want to be that role model to my daughter. And so it's been absolutely fundamental for me to be able to be confident myself with those skills, to be able to teach her in a healthy way. And then also growth mindset is a bit of a buzzword at the moment, but really having that ability to understand your vulnerabilities, be happy with them, being able to express yourself. As a result, I'm a much better mother, I'm a much better partner, I'm a much better daughter, sister. Do it. It's amazing, really, what can be achieved in a relatively short period of time. At the time, it seems like, well, you invest in 3 months, oh God, no, I need something now. But actually, in the grand scheme of life, it's a blip in the ocean, and it's worth so much to just take that energy and invest it for a 3-month period and just go for it. You will not regret it, because that you are worth that investment in yourself, and the people you love are worth your investment in yourself. I'm really proud of myself. Really proud of myself. And it, in turn, just making that investment in yourself helps you value yourself better. So I went in hoping to lose some weight, mainly going for fitness. I've lost the weight, and look at all this else I've got. I've been able to actually really excel that progress and get a whole new level of growth that I didn't even imagine was achievable. And now I can see even beyond that of what's even more achievable. I've decided only recently, I'm going to take a leap of faith and try out a new job and just go for it. And I have the confidence now to at least take those steps. I'm really excited now about what life has to offer going forward.